Hi guys, this is Pallavi, and as you guys must know already, today is World Conservation Day, and I'm going to be in conversation with one of the most talented actors Bollywood has to offer, Randeep Hooda. But no, we're not talking about movies or the entertainment business, but we're talking about the environment, climate change, and much more that he's very, very passionate about. So let's go.
Hi, Pallavi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? The first picture that I remember of you recently is of you cleaning up the Versova beach. What made you want to do that? Like in between a pandemic, and it was heavily raining that too.
See, I've been doing this beach cleaning with Afroz Shah over a couple of years, on and off, whenever I do get the opportunity. I
Mhm.
think it's one of the longest and the most landmark cleanups in the world.
Yeah.
So it has always been a pleasure to work with Afroz. He's really a modern day Gandhi kind of fellow. And been wanting to start this conversation again on the litter and plastic and the oceans and
Yeah.
our lifestyle change since everybody has time now in the pandemic to and realize that we don't really need so much as we consume and throw. So in that thing, we thought we'll start again, start this conservation before the lockdown and everything ends. And but also what I want to convey to people, or what I want to come across to people who do like my work or like me as a person, that we cannot just like, tweet, share, and do all that. Somebody's got to get down there and get your hands dirty, and the immense pleasure you get out of it. You don't have to be at a beach. You can be in any locality, your own home. Start with that first. So stuff like that. I'm just trying to live that life and lead by example, then rather than just photo ops and Twitter activism.
Yeah, for sure. I want to ask for, I feel like people, especially let's say middle class people in India, I feel like still struggle with just the idea of conserving in terms of the environment or climate change because they feel like we don't have time for this, or like, the conservation is for
They
like,
feel like it's not our job.
yeah, yeah,
We
conservation
pay
is
taxes, it is somebody else's job.
like they feel like conservation is for rich people who can afford, such products, energy saving, and stuff like that. What do you have to say to them?
No, it is a myth that the products, eco-friendly products, are more expensive. It's a myth. Yeah, if you go to a fancy mall with an eco,
Yeah,
product thing, which is that is their marketing thing, it's not right. Just how I remember, we used to always carry cloth bags to go
yeah,
grocery shopping,
yeah,
or I used to always remember we used to eat on leaf plates
yeah.
and
Plenty.
all
Yeah.
that. We didn't use plastic so much. We when we went out for a picnic or something, घर से पूरा plate सब बांध के ले जाते थे.
Huh.
So all those things we have already done. It's just that convenience.
Hmm.
Middle class is also consuming. I'm telling you, the rich class is not going to face this. So everybody's going to face it, but they'll have means to get out of it. It's the other classes that are going to face it more. I think nobody can change this world. I mean, any class, any person, any group of people. We all have to collectively change our habits. For example, now you don't see many plastic straws. It has
Yeah.
made such a huge difference in the environment. Similarly, if you start using ink pens instead of plastic pens, if
Hmm.
you start using cloth diapers, if little things like that make a difference. And once we've used it, we have got to segregate our garbage and and if you wash and keep your plastic, no matter
Hmm.
what you get, and you give it to a kavadi wala, collect and give it like we always used to.
Yeah.
My grandmother used to make lots of money just and sit and haggle there, haggle with a kabadi wala. अरे नहीं इसके इतने नहीं इसके 2 रुपए
True,
लगा
true.
इसके 1.5 रुपए लगा ये वो. तो मैंने देखा है वो सब यार. तो एक तो वो भी एक एक्टिविटी है जो घर पे जो भी रहता है उसके लिए. ऊपर से बच्चों के लिए चॉकलेट पॉकलेट आ जाएगी यार. वेस्ट नहीं होगा. कबाड़ी वाले को भी काम मिल रहा है, तुमको भी थोड़ा पैसा मिल रहा है, तुम
Hmm.
और काम मिल रहा है. तो वो सब चीजें यार हम सबको करनी पड़ेंगी. किसने कहा ये रिच क्लास, पुअर क्लास, मिडिल क्लास? अरे हम सब प्लेनेट पे एक
Hmm.
ही लोग हैं.
Hmm.
ये पूरा प्लेनेट एक ही चीज है। अगर कहीं पे बटरफ्लाई इफेक्ट जो होता है, कहीं और पे अगर
Yeah.
बटरफ्लाई के विंग्स फ्लैप हुए तो कोसों दूर उसका इफेक्ट आएगा। अगर आप कहीं पे वो चीज फेंक रहे हो, उज्जैन में फेंक रहे हो, वो वर्सोवा बीच में मिलेगी यार तुमको। पूरा
Yeah.
वर्ल्ड कनेक्टेड है, इसमें सबको अपना हाथ बटाना पड़ेगा। पर इसमें कोई, मैं चाहता नहीं किसी को फोर्स करना चाहिए, जिसके दिल में
Hmm.
श्रद्धा है वो करे। ये
Hmm.
यंग जनरेशन जो है इसके बारे में बहुत अवेयर है।
Yeah. I want to ask you, like, since when did you take it up as a cause that you really wanted to put your heart and soul into? Because obviously, as profession, you've chosen acting, but like your voice is heard more than like say, let's me or someone else on the street. But when did you like put your heart and start putting your heart and soul into this thing that I'm going to focus on like conservation and environment, climate change?
I don't know exactly when it happened. I have loved. I've been a nature outdoor person all my life,
Mhm.
and actually, some years ago, I was in a plane and I was reading all the newspapers, all full of bad news, and I was sitting next to
Yeah.
an old IS officer, retired officer. I didn't know, and he
Mhm.
says, "Kya hua beta?" I said, "The whole world's full of such bad news,
Yeah.
I want to do something about it."
Hmm.
So he said very important thing to me. He said, "You cannot change the world. You
Yeah.
cannot. You can change one little thing at a time, and then that little thing will have a domino effect, and things will change if you set a good example." The first thing I did, I tried to change myself.
Hmm.
Uh, and then as I started doing that, I got more and more. I always felt, yeah, this is somebody else's job. But no,
Right.
it's my job. It's my responsibility. If I have rights as a citizen,
Yeah.
I have duties as a citizen as well. And if I don't do my duty, hell, I don't deserve my rights. So that
Mhm.
check and balance is something everybody's aware of it. I think a little more of this conversation, more it happens, people are naturally going to take up on it because they will feel it. Like pollution इतना हो रहा है, ये इतना
Yeah.
हो रहा है। अभी हम सबके लाइफस्टाइल में ऐसी चीजें हैं जो कि प्लेनेट के लिए हानिकारक हैं, पर
True.
उससे मायूस होने की जरूरत नहीं है। थोड़ी थोड़ी चीजें शुरू करो, एक एक चीज छोड़नी शुरू करो, धीरे धीरे पूरी दुनिया बदल जाएगी यार।
Right. Of course. But I want to ask you, as an actor, when you travel a lot, you're on sets quite often. So how do you actually like make sure like you maintain a sustainable lifestyle?
I try to. I always carry a lunchbox if I have to. I would never ask for plastic sachets, sauce, was, ye wo.
Mm.
I would never buy water. It has been years since I've bought a water bottle. I'd always carry my own bottle.
Mhm.
Uh, Things like that. I mean, carry your own cutlery.
Right.
It's not much.
Yeah.
So, and now on the sets of Radhe, there were no plastic bottles are allowed, and there are many
Wow.
such movie sets that are happening where
Yeah.
plastic bottles are not allowed, and they have permanent bottles dedicated to you, and they are used again and again over whatever 50, 100 days of your shooting. So
Mhm.
people are getting aware. Every little thing you do is a plus, and more consistently you do it becomes a lifestyle.
Yeah, for sure. I want to know if you're looking at doing more, like creating more awareness in terms of movies, like for conservation and like stuff like that. Are you looking into like scripts that are more?
I think channels like Sony, BBC, and all are doing a great job. A lot of people tune into that. BBC is a great channel, and a lot of other channels also. They're doing a good job. I don't know whether if you can disguise a message in a movie, it's good. But if you are preachy about it, people are not going to listen, and neither are they going to come watch a movie because they watch movies for entertainment. Man. Let's not forget that.
That's true.
Nobody wants to go to school in a movie theater.
That's true. Yeah. I want to ask you about a very recent incident that happened with the elephant like dying in Kerala and everything. What do you have to say about that? Because first when it came out, it became a huge deal on social media, and of course, everyone talked out about it. Then it became political. What do you have to say about the incident?
I was very saddened that it became political. It was heartbreaking to see that because And also, I'm very happy that this conversation has come about due to the death of that elephant and she was pregnant.
Mm.
Um, the issues are larger. Man-animal conflict is on the increase because we are trying to conserve them and our populations are growing and there is a lot of conflict happening. It
Yeah.
was not, it is not limited to a place. It is everywhere. Like
Yeah.
if Kerala had that elephant that Pilibhit had a cat, a tiger smashed by bamboo sticks.
Yeah.
So it should have taken a political turn. But I'm glad this conversation is happening. But a lot of emotional response and hyperactivism is harmful for the whole conversation because
Yeah.
that puts people off.
Yeah.
That particular pineapple is often kept for wild boars. Yeah, you should not be hurting wild boars either, but they're coming and eating the crops of the farmers. And the solution lies in educating them, sensitizing them, and teaching them new ways to tackle these problems than just destroying them.
Yeah.
So the larger conversation should be that it should not be political. And there are many such incidents that keep happening, but I'm very thrilled and happy that these conversations have started on a large scale and a lot of people are participating.
But I want to ask, has there been any movie or documentary that you have watched now or recently or any time that you said, "Oh my God, this is blowing my mind," like or a show, like a
Oh, Our Planet. Our Planet is a great one.
oh yeah,
Earth at Night is a great one. These are the two recent things I've watched and I'm absolutely mind blown. And
yeah,
I also do wildlife photography, so I have
yeah,
spent a lot of time in the jungles, and I can't wait to get there. It's a great way to photography gives me reason to spend time there, talk to
yeah,
people, have discussions, and then of course I can communicate the beauty which is there, which people are not witnessing, and know what is so beautiful and what is so beautiful not to be spoiled.
absolutely. I want to know one last thing. Like, is there anything that about the environment or the nature while you're campaigning for the conversation that you learned that blew your mind?
Blew my mind.
Yeah.
Nature blows your mind quite often. A lot has blown my mind, man. A lot has blown my mind. Uh, what has blown my mind is that it is the collective harm that we've done,
Mm.
and there is only possible solution is collective. So we have to come together. I think when people fight over religion and politics and this and that, I find it silly. The fight you should be fighting is about the environment because it's the food you eat and the air you breathe and the water you wash your face and drink.
Yeah.
So that is a bigger fight. I want more people to join that fight instead of
Yeah.
squabbling amongst ourselves. We are not the only people who share this planet, and we are not the only people who can keep it alive. There are millions of species. We share it with them. So come on. They don't know politics. They don't know
Yeah.
languages. They don't know religion. So maybe they are on the right path. So maybe concentrate on that.
That's true. That's so true. Thank you so much, Randeep. It was so
My
great talking to
pleasure.
you. It was so great talking to
My
you,
pleasure.
and I can't wait to watch you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
my
you.
lovely. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Today, on the 28th, I'm going to be live on Sony Live talking conservation, World Conservation Day
Mhm.
on for BBC Earth.